Canada's World Cup run is over, and this one hits like a punch to the chest. It's the kind of loss that doesn't just sting, it lingers. It sits with you. Because this team didn't just show up to compete, they showed up to carry a country that's still learning how to dream in football. They showed up to prove that Canada belongs on this stage. And when Jesse Marsch said after the match, "I'd rather be us than them," it wasn't arrogance. It was a coach standing in the middle of heartbreak and choosing pride, choosing identity, choosing belief.
But belief doesn't erase the questions. And the biggest one, the one nobody wants to say out loud, is about Alphonso Davies. Yesterday, Davies received a clear MRI. No structural damage, no red flags. But today, he said he didn't feel right. And across the entire tournament, he played 16 minutes. 16. For a player who was supposed to be the heartbeat of Canadian football, that's a reality that's hard to swallow.
So here's the uncomfortable question. Should Alphonso Davies have been left off the squad? It feels almost disrespectful to ask it. Davies has done more for Canadian soccer than almost anyone. He's played in some of the worst CONCACAF conditions imaginable. Mud, altitude, freezing nights, hostile crowds, and he never complained. He never hid. He always showed up. He always fought. He always represented the country with pride. And I thank him for that. I genuinely do.
But today, Alphonso Davies chose club over country. And maybe Bayern had a hand in that. Maybe they didn't want him risking anything. Maybe they pushed. Maybe they advised. Maybe they reminded him of his value to them. Financially, competitively, strategically. We'll never know the full truth. But we can feel the impact.
And if Davies wasn't going to play meaningful minutes, then what was the plan? What was the tactical adjustment? Who fills that role? Liam Millar was already on the squad and gave everything he had. But beyond him, there wasn't a clear, natural replacement who could replicate Davies' profile. And that's where the roster construction becomes a real talking point. Not in a blame-heavy way, but in a how do we plan better next time way.
And that leads us to the what if that every Canadian fan is thinking about right now. The one that hurts the most. What if this squad was fully firing? What if Davies was fit? What if the front line was clicking? What if the chemistry was there from match one? What if Marsch didn't have to constantly adjust around missing pieces? Because when you look at this team, really look at them, you see something special. You see a group that plays with bravery, a group that presses with purpose, a group that refuses to sit back and hope for luck, a group that wants to win on their own terms. And a fully firing Canada is a team that can go toe-to-toe with anyone, a team with identity, a team with bite, a team with belief. Instead, we got flashes, moments, little bursts of what this team is capable of, but never the full picture. And that's what makes this elimination so painful. Not the scoreline, not the opponent, the potential that never had a chance to fully show itself.
And then there's Jesse Marsch's post-match quote, the one that instantly lit up social media. "I'd rather be us than them." Some people called it arrogant. Some people called it delusional. Some people called it inspirational. But here's what it really was. A coach defending his team's identity. Canada plays brave football. They attack, they press, they take risks. They live with the consequences. Marsch wasn't saying Canada is better than Morocco. He was saying Canada is building something worth believing in, something worth supporting, something worth suffering for.
And honestly, even in heartbreak, even in frustration, even in elimination, I get it. Because I'd rather be the team that goes out swinging than the team that survives by sitting back.
I'd rather be the team that plays with courage than the team that plays with fear. I'd rather be the team that dreams big than the team that settles.
And that's why this loss hurts so much. Because this team made us believe. They made us care. They made us feel something. And when you feel something, heartbreak hits harder. So what's next for Canada's national team? Reflection? Recovery? Rebuild? Davies will heal. Marsh will refine the identity he's building. The young players will grow. The veterans will regroup. And the fans, the ones who believed through every high and every low, will be back. Because this team has given us something we didn't have before. A reason to care deeply. A reason to feel heartbreak. A reason to feel pride. A reason to feel anything at all. This isn't the end of Canada's story. It's the start of the next chapter. And if you've been here since the qualifiers, since the snow games, since the chaos, since the heartbreak, you know exactly what this team stands for. You know what they're building. You know what they're capable of. As good as Morocco is, I'd rather be us. If you felt anything watching this team fight, don't let it fade. Hold on to it. Carry it. Demand more. Because Canada isn't done, and neither are we.